guys, this is Pastor Kyle coming to you from the North Hills Church of God in Springfield, Ohio, and this is North Hills Motivation, where we motivate you to grow closer to God and expand His kingdom. So this week on North Hills Motivation, I want to talk to you guys about the topic of reading. And I want to ask you, when was the last time that you picked up a book to read it? Now I'm guessing of all the answers, those answers are going to vary greatly. Some of you, I'm sure they picked up a book earlier this day and read some material from their book they read. Some people maybe the past week, past month. Some of you guys maybe even longer than a month. I don't know. But that's the question that I want you guys to think about as you are watching this. When was the last time that I picked up a book and read it? Well, for me, in my kind of story of reading, growing up, I used to hate to read. In 5th grade, I remember our teacher gave us time each week to read whatever book we wanted, and I despised reading so much that in 5th grade, instead of sitting there reading a book, instead I decided to just move my eyes left to right and pretend to read, because I thought that would be a better use of my time than actually reading the book when we had this reading time in class. That's how much I despised to read. Well, as I grew up and I got older and older, it was around my senior year in high school where things started to transition, where I started to appreciate reading more and more. Now I can say I sincerely enjoy reading. I wish for me that I spent more time reading. That's a goal of mine that I have this year. But there's a ton of great material out there to help each and every one of us grow closer to God and expand His kingdom. I know when I'm thinking about different lessons to teach, different sermons to preach, different just life lessons in general to apply to my life, a lot of that material comes from the different books that I read, and I realize the tremendous value that these brilliant authors have and the value in me absorbing this information from these different books. And so today I just want to encourage you to maybe pick up a book and read it, as there is a ton of solid material out there. And I just want to share with you guys this past year 3 books that I really enjoyed, got a lot of value out of. And so the first one here is called Paul by N.T. Wright. It's simply a biography on the Apostle Paul. You may not be familiar with Paul, but Paul actually wrote nearly half of the books of the New Testament. So the Bible split up into the Old Testament, into the New Testament, and the Apostle Paul wrote nearly half of the books of the New Testament. And so this is just a wonderful biography about Paul. It's pretty extensive. And the next book that I have is called The God of Jesus in Light of Christian Dogma by Keegan Chandler. This is for you scholars out there. He really gets in depth of the detail, talking about that our Jesus, He has a God, Yahweh, our Heavenly Father as well. And then the last book, actually a book we've been talking a lot about within our church as this kind of the basis of our series that we're going through for our worship services, and it's called Atomic Habits by James Clear. This is the most recent book that I finished. I actually finished it earlier in January, and let me tell you, this book has incredible value. And if you've not picked up this book yet and read it, I would encourage you to do so. It helps us build good habits in our life, and it helps us tear down bad habits in our life. But these are just 3 examples of books that I read this past year and got a lot of value in. There are so many books out there. There's so many great authors out there that can help us grow closer to God and expand His kingdom. So I'd encourage you to check out some of the awesome material out there, as there is a lot of it, and it can truly motivate us. It can truly help us growing closer to God and expanding His coming kingdom, which is our goal as a church, which is our goal here on North Hills Motivation. So again, maybe this evening, maybe tomorrow morning, whatever it may be, go ahead and pick up that new book and start reading it, or a book you've started a while ago, and get some good value out of it to help you grow closer to God and expand His kingdom. So I thank you all for your time, and I hope you all enjoy the rest of your day. Take care.